Hey, what's up guys? Alright, we're back for another one. Gonna bring you a nice little product review. It's gonna be one of your best mods under $200. Keep watching. Alright, so what we have here is a BMR Cradle Lockout for your S550 Mustang. Essentially what this does is it helps to positively locate your rear axle cradle underneath the car to eliminate any wheel hop, excessive up and down lateral movement side to side. Okay, so there are a few different ways that you can do this, but I'm going to show you how to do it my way. Okay, so step number one is going to be get the car in the air and take off the back wheels. Alright, so up in here we are going to drop the rear section of this exhaust. Just my way of doing it, just gives us a little bit more clearance, but you got some I believe 13mm bolts up there, and then also you got some bolts up there that are holding the exhaust on right there. I'm going to take those loose too, and then this whole exhaust should just drop a little bit. Okay, so what you're essentially going to be replacing is this piece here, this bracket, with this. So once it's out, this will go in place like that. And this section here, my hand, is going to go right here. So the way this works is inside of here in your subframe you actually have some soft rubber bushings, and they tend to move around under hard acceleration and braking and cornering and things like that. So this kit includes the spacers that go on the top and the bottom and in the rear of the subframe as well, and they're going to isolate these rubber bushings inside and positively locate this thing from going up and down, back and forth, side to side, and it's supposed to eliminate about 90% of wheel hop, thereabout. So to get this thing off, this bottom here is a 21mm, and these are going to be a 13 here in the front. So the way that I like to do this is get everything apart, and then I'm going to loosen all of the bolts in the subframe. There's 4. So it could take some effort. You can use your impact tools or whatever you have, and I'm going to drop all the bolts, so not completely out, but just so that they are loose. Leave the other side loose, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do one side at a time. Alright, before you loosen anything, you do want to make sure that you have your differential back here supported with a jack, something like that, keep you safe, and you don't want this thing crashing down on you if you end up pulling all the bolts out. So exercise safety and take your time. Okay, for the rear subframe bushing, it's going to be this guy here. It's got a hole in it. Anyway, it's going to be like a blue colored bolt, and you should be able to get to it straight from underneath and do the same process. Alright guys, so the overall goal here is to get this thing loose enough on the front and back so that you can eventually take these bolts out and you can slide the spacers in, and then they're just going to go right back into place. So if you're doing this on a 2018 model, you may not have to do this, but I'm definitely going to and have already done. There is your bracket back here for your magnetic ride. So I just disconnected that. That was a little 10mm bolt, just to be safe. I don't want to damage anything. So I'm going to go ahead and lower pretty much this whole entire area because I'm also doing a spring install. So keep watching the videos for that. That's going to be coming real soon. It's going to be lowering your car, your 18 on with magnetic ride. So not a whole lot of videos about that out there yet, but stay tuned to the channel because it's coming. Alright, so here is one side of it, and then you have the stock OEM mount. So there's nothing wrong with this, honestly. You could probably just buy the inserts for the, without buying this, and you'll probably be okay. But this is definitely a lot more reinforced. It's not stamped steel. It's pretty solid, and it's really lightweight. So, and for the money, really, I mean, you might as well just buy it and just do it right the first time. Alright, so before you take that last bolt out, you're going to work on this side front and get everything kind of lined up in the holes again before you move on. It's pretty important you do that. So the way that this works is, in your kit, you get a bunch of different spacers, but for the front of the IRS brace, you're going to have your big thick one and then one that looks like this. So the thick one is going to go over top, and then this one is going to go underneath, and they just snug up like that. And then once you have everything installed, the kit is going to go like that. Run your bolt back through, keep everything kind of loose, and then run your bolts back here, and that'll be it for this side, and then you move on to the rear. Okay, for the rear, how it's going to work. So you have one of your skinnier ones, and it's going to fit on top. And the bottom, which looks like this, is going to sit just like that. And you're going to run your bolt back up through, tighten everything down to 129 pound-feet, and you are complete. Alright guys, so we are done with the install, so the only thing left to do really is put it on the road, make sure that we don't have any pops or anything like that, make sure everything's tight. I can tell you already it kind of hooks a little bit better. I didn't really get on it that much, but it feels a lot more solid back there. So also, once you are complete with this install, maybe give it 100 miles or so, let everything settle in, recheck and retorque everything if need be, and alignment. You will need an alignment after this, so don't skip that step. So I've got you in quiet mode now. So while we're out here driving around, I do want to emphasize that this probably should be one of your very first mods to this chassis. It's kind of a no-brainer. It works extremely well. It's cheap and affordable, which is some of the stuff that I like to bring to this channel. You know, it's something that you can install in your garage in an hour or two. If you've got the right tools, you kind of know what you're doing. So definitely follow these steps. Hopefully this video will educate you guys. Alright guys, that wraps up this video. So I don't have any pops. Everything was installed correctly. Everything is good to go. Real tight. Feels good. So definitely stay tuned for the next videos that are coming up. Got some cool stuff planned. Do hit the like and subscribe button. Comment away. And I'll see you guys next time.